Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So I have been busy at it today. Let's see, I made another batch of matzah because we are still in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And right now I've got a big old pot of beef and cabbage soup cooking on the stove. We are currently under another tornado watch. I got some cabbage for you, girl. You want some cabbage scraps? Hi, check that out. What's that? Why you gotta always be so crazy? That is our last rabbit. So we used to raise American blue rabbits. And I used to raise meat rabbits. We don't do that anymore because we don't eat rabbit. But that particular breed of rabbits is either all this beautiful slate blue gray color, or they're white. There's generally not anything in between, but we did occasionally get some what are called sports, rabbits of unusual color, and she was one of them. And Mr. Smith liked her color, and so we ended up keeping her just to have around. She provides manure for the garden, just like Sophie and Amos, right there. And she's living out her days. She's actually pretty old for a rabbit, especially a meat breed. And we have noticed in the last year or so she's lost a little bit of weight. Could be just because she's getting old, but also she's not on super lush grass anymore. You know, we're in the mountains now. So she used to actually be pretty overweight. So the fact that she's not on grass, you know, thick, lush grass anymore is actually a good thing, because now she's eating her standard rabbit food. So we have reached the keep the eyes peeled around the creek stage because I saw my first snake yesterday. Mr. Smith saw one the other day. Last year, we saw lots of snakes, but we never saw a venomous snake on our property. We only saw non-venomous water snakes, 3 different kinds, which is good because if you've got a whole bunch of non-venomous snakes, the venomous ones generally aren't going to be hanging around. Now, I have seen one venomous snake here in Arkansas since we came here, but it wasn't here on our homestead. It was I was out with the dogs one day walking, and we were way on up one of the roads and came across a baby copperhead. Now, I don't want you to think that because we've never seen a venomous snake here that I'm not always on the lookout for them, because I am. Oh, Sophie! I got the treats, baby. Hi, Miss. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Did I turn that fence off? I did not. I'm glad I checked. Mr. Smith will step across this electric fence and he'll get zapped and he don't care. I care. I do not want to get zapped. Do I, Sophie? No, I do not, baby. Hold on, chew what's in your mouth first. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, rub, rub. Oh, thank you. Goodness. There you go, buddy. All right, let's get y'all some hay. Now, going back to the snakes. Oh, I'm sorry. I think the fence just blinded you. Let's fix that. There we go. Going back to the snakes. I am not a stranger to snakes. Now, if you're new here, we closed on this property in January of 2023 and began moving here. And we came here from Alabama. Now, in Alabama, we had lots of snakes. And just like here so far, we only saw non-venomous snakes. But Alabama's got copperheads, and they've got rattlesnakes and water moccasins and all that. And so I'm pretty accustomed to keeping the eyes peeled for venomous snakes. You know, never put the hands or the feet or any other body part any place where your eyes can't see. You know, just be cautious and all of that. So that's something that is kind of par for the course for me. Now, of course, prior to that, we lived in North Carolina for years. We used to do lots of geocaching when my kids were small, which means, you know, searching, investigating, and all of that stuff, a lot of times out in nature. And we did run across a copperhead one time doing that, a great big one, but, you know, everything was fine. We gave it its space and went about our day. Coming out here to this area, I wish you could smell how amazing it smells right now. Last year, I had noticed gobs of honeysuckle growing out here. And a lot of the plants are biannual, so they only bloom every other year. But we had tons of it out here, and I was hoping that there would be more again this year, because I haven't made honeysuckle jelly in a while. And while I don't really consume a lot of jellies, I do love to give it as gifts, and I haven't made it in a while. I think the most recent wild type of jelly I've made was maybe my clover jelly. But I have got honeysuckle everywhere. It is all over the place out here. And so hopefully this week I will get out here, do some picking, and make some honeysuckle jelly. Because I got this one here, it's just budding. It's all over. And it smells so good. Oh, honeysuckle just smells amazing. And I know it can be invasive in some areas, but I sure love it. I just saw the snake in its hiding spot. So right there is an opening that goes down into the rocks, and it just stuck its head right back down in there. I'm gonna stick the camera down there and we'll see if we can get a look at it. Probably not. I don't know how far in there it went. So the other day, I shared on Instagram and Facebook, because it cross posts, that we were having matzo ball soup for dinner. And I had a few people ask me about a recipe. And I double checked because I thought I had filmed it. I wasn't positive, but I thought I had, and I did. I also photographed it. So I will be putting the recipe for the matzo balls on my website. If you're wondering what matzo balls are, just think of matzo is like a giant cracker, and matzo meal is basically cracker crumbs. And Matzo balls are essentially dumplings made from matzo meal. So cracker crumb dumplings that are seasoned, delicious, kind of dense, but delicious. And Mr. Smith is so hooked on them. And you can put them in any kind of soup that you would like, just like you would any other dumpling. And on Friday when I made the matzo balls, I just made a simple chicken soup. So today, in between the storms and all that stuff, I was out here filling my green stalks, at least filling them with the potting soil. And up on the very top here, I did put a few of my herbs. I got some basil, I got some, I think, German thyme. Over here, I did this whole top row with purple basil and Italian basil, just kind of alternated. And then down here I did some sage and basil. I planted a lot of basil. And my battery died. All right, with that, it is getting really dark. I think we are about to get some more rain. We're still under tornado watch and severe storm watch and all of that stuff, but hopefully it doesn't get too bad here tonight. So thanks for hanging out with me here today. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread, and I'll talk to y'all next time.